I tell you one thing, the Jamaicans are big in London, and I'm in the hoods of London. That's another thing. But they also got a side of London that they don't want you to know about, and it's called Brixton.
Brixton?
Nah, man, I ate at the Eiffel Tower. I think I spent about $400-500 on the food. That's for two people. And it's funny because when I was in Cartagena, I ran into the dude that owns El Presidente beer.
Okay.
He was in a casino. We were big timing, and the dude had checked us out and seen that y'all ain't from here. He already knew, like, y'all ain't from here. Y'all, man, I tell you what, man, that dude bought. He must have bought, so yeah, the bar was probably about 30-40 feet. Big, long ass bar. He bought a shot glasses, almost half the distance of that bar. Now here's the catch. He was like, man, this on y'all, like, this for y'all. On a house.
I don't know if I'm okay. I don't see the light of day. Looking up to higher ground, thinking that'll be your sweet escape. These days gotta schedule the romance. They say that love is a slow dance. A short bike ride to the crib, using no hands. Oh, did it feel like I'm floating? But I'm falling with both eyes closed when I let the world spin. Testing the water, she got my nerves tense. Back when I ain't even have a purpose, I was so eager to learn some things. Anxiety bring out the worst in me. Society paint me as enemy. My making it by that remedy. I'm more occasional, don't do it regularly. Backs under my eyes, weighing down heavily. Mama been worried, the devil allegedly deep in the plan. Subconsciously wanted it since I was 10. I thought I was sharp on my scroll and my pen think it did. So mama found shit of them legs. She told me that's not who I am. But nowadays I put on for the fam, see it when I can. I'm surrounded by my feelings, I'm stuck on a Ferris wheel. I bet I perish at 140 acres. She want the horse and the carriage, a porcelain portion of garbage. I talk to the mirror, I know that life's not the fairest. I lost my can, I can't pay off the bills with the blessing. Not sure I relate to the Reddit page. It's feeling like money is everything. Money is everything. It's everything I need. Till I lay my eyes on you.
What up, guys? It's your boy Traveling with G. I just want to say that in this next clip that you're about to watch is episode 4 of this interview. I just want to give you like a little insight about me. I am a content creator, but you know, I just want to show people like when they travel, where to go, get them ideas. You know what I mean? So, me personally, I just try to help people out, like when they travel and stuff like that. This is like a little bit of me, of who I am and what I like to do. So, me working out and stuff like that, I do really believe in staying fit, and traveling is a good thing in life. And I want to say, especially when you travel, you can meet new people, network and everything. But I really believe that keep your health in shape and check, and you know what I'm saying, just staying healthy and travel. I think it's very good on the body. But traveling is also to be healthy. Actually, it is healthy for your health. Real good for your body. But anyway, guys, this is just a little bit about me. But let's get into the interview. And I hope you guys enjoy the interview. This is episode 4. I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet, but I hope you guys enjoy the video. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Work with his name is Mikey. I don't know if you knew Mikey or not.
No.
Mikey had married a woman from Vietnam.
Okay.
Mikey is ran by a lot of Chinese. Hey, how you doing?
Better on that side, or do you know really?
I have no
Oh yeah, we're just doing an interview right now. Yeah. But a lot of these spots are ran by underworld affiliates, and a lot of people don't. Yeah. And I'm only putting that out there because if you're gonna be in these clubs, best believe they watching. And I know a lot of people going out there balling. You gotta have a tour guide. I know you spoke on that.
I want to know about what happened, like how y'all get out of there, because the old boy told y'all to figure it out. That's what I
So
wanna know.
how we got out was, man, look,
He
we was
paid?
no, he didn't have that kind of money on him. He
Oh,
didn't have
shit.
that kind of money. So it was like I say, 6 of us. So we all whatever he did have come up off it. Man, only got like 500-600. All right. But he wasn't expecting to spend that in one night.
Yeah.
So we all boom, boom, boom. We came up, got the money, and by that point we still had the robes on. So you're not even going to your personal.
Wow.
Nah, bro.
Wow.
You ain't they ain't let none of that
Y'all
happen.
figure that shit out.
But man, that was and this is what I'm talking about, how you get experience. This is how you get hip to the international game. You don't get hip to the international game by looking at passport bros. They're not gonna tell you all the dirty works that happens.
The goods and bads.
They may not ever tell you I got robbed. They may not ever tell you I got drugs, man, or I went to the ATM and somebody got me. And I'm trying to tell you, matter of fact, with the ATMs, if you're not careful, certain ATMs in Colombia is tourist ATMs.
Okay.
They cost more
Yeah,
than a major bank ATM. So you thinking, oh man, I'm telling you how it worked. I know you know.
Yeah.
She like, let me take you to the ATM. And don't and a lot of things, man. It's funny because when I was in Cartagena, I ran into the dude that owns El Presidente beer.
Okay.
He was in a casino. We were
That's a famous beer.
yeah, and just by some of the stuff I'm telling you guys got to know, man. I got my feet wet in these countries just off of some of the language. If you don't know, you're gonna find out. But that El Presidente beer, we met the guy that owned it in the casino when we was in there running some craps, it's big timing.
Yeah.
And the dude had checked us out and seen that y'all ain't from here. He already knew, like, y'all ain't from here. Y'all
Speaking Spanish.
yeah, they speaking Spanish and we just Americans. Man, I tell you what, man, that dude bought, he must have bought, so the table probably was about, the bar was probably about 30, 40 feet. Big, long ass bar. He bought a shot glasses, almost half the distance of that bar. Now here's the catch. He was like, man, this on y'all, like, this for y'all.
On the house.
On a house.
Okay.
And man, we back, I'm talking about, they big on tequila, man.
Yeah, I know that.
And they was big on Jägermeister.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'll never do it again. And I'm only bringing it up because they was doing these drinks over there with this Jägermeister, and that ain't some brothers drink. Brothers don't mess with that Jaeger. I don't mess with it. When I tell you, man, it's just a hospitality thing, how they get down, and you can imagine getting faded over there trying to navigate in the city drunk.
Yeah.
What's your chances in getting taken advantage of? What's your chances in hooking up with a female and you're already drunk? How you gonna get around that? You can't get around that. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta be mindful.
Unless you go with a group of guys that you trust and you watch your back. But then even then, he might be drunk too. So
Every story I told you, it was at least 3 of us. Ain't no less than 3.
Yeah.
3 people together. So somebody straight head. But when I look at the passport bros, and even the white passport bros, I saw one video where a dude said he actually ran into the female that drugged him.
I saw that. Yeah.
He caught her.
He called the police. Police.
And a lot of European travelers are going solo because they feel that because they're European, they get a pass.
Yeah.
And they do. They can go anywhere.
Okay, but,
Yeah.
But there's a flip side of that, because they see, or white Americans, they see money, and
Right,
they think you
right.
got money for real.
Right.
Versus, but see, here's my thing with that, with the black American guys go over there. I think they know that we don't take shit too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we'll pay for play or whatever.
Right.
But like I told you in the last video, it's kind of hard to try to get us because we come from the hood, so we know game recognize game in a way.
Yeah, we quick to say no. So, and that's another thing. When we and that's just it. Your average passport bro ain't no baller.
No.
Your average passport bro just a regular dude who didn't have really a lot going on in the States. He could have been suffering from that social anxiety, that loneliness thing. He don't have a. He ain't. You don't see ballers as passport bros. You don't see. You never gonna see a baller, big timer, called a passport bro. That dude travel is all set up. The people that we see in today are just young people or average Joes who taking trips, who don't know what's going on, and thinking because I'm in a country, I'm able to walk and roll freely, maneuver freely. But and even that guy still knows 400-500 is too much.
Yeah, of course.
Even he know I ain't paying for that.
I'm already staying in the States for that. Give me some.
There you go. Because he was told that it's cheap. So, but the European traveler, that's standard for him. He's standardly paying $1,000 to play. That's standard. But his pocket, right, big targets. But they pockets a little deeper because when they go travel, they on company money. You know, they got money from an investment. You're not gonna see a big time dude or somebody that's out that got real money. You ain't gonna see him documenting that trip. He ain't gonna document it. Every trip that I've seen that was a passport bro, dude was an average Joe who don't spend a lot of money and know what's his limits. You don't see him going to Spain. You don't see that dude in any other country other than South America where it's cheap. And that's an average guy's travel. Why they doing that? We already talked about it. But these females are not as dumb as people think they are. I don't know who. Look, the black females are saying that when they go to these countries, they see all these brothers out there, and some of these brothers be looking busted.
Yeah.
And it's true. These are average dudes, and they see them with these nice-looking young ladies who are poor.
In Thailand, they talk about that. I saw.
They are poor, and it don't stop them from looking decent.
Yeah.
They spend a lot of, they invest a lot of money into the clothes they wear just to pull you so they can get your attention. And when I saw that, and when I see that every time in these countries, I see these guys, regular dudes, these are average guys, but they still know my limit is, hey, brother, limit might be 300.
That's it. It'll be whatever your limit is.
Whatever his limit is.
He know
So,
his limit.
and that's why you don't see a lot of people making content on the upside of these countries. I never seen no content, and it may be out there, it may be a little content showing the high end side of South America. Stop showing me those favelas. Stop showing me on those beaches and stuff like that, and stop showing me those cheap rooms. Show me some of the high stuff. If I'm going, when I travel, I don't, and it just, gee, this is just me. I'm letting you know. When I travel, I go for the best. If I'm gonna go get a hotel, I want the best hotel that my money can pay for. I'm not gonna get no shabby spot. I want a name brand hotel, you know, a big brand name.
You don't do Airbnbs?
You know,
I love Airbnbs.
I do Airbnbs, and I've seen a lot of guys starting to do Airbnbs, but even they making Airbnbs look bad because a guy getting a nice Airbnb and he got about 6 females in there. And that makes me think, hey man, you got 6 females. It's only you. What that mean? That can only mean one thing, man. Somebody gonna be left out. Or somebody getting taken care of. They're taking care of all them females. But if you go there thinking that's gonna happen, it don't work like that. Go to Colombia, why would I want 6 females? One of me. Think about that, G. Think about that. You might lucky you go 2.
But you get robbed that way too.
Well, we're not even gonna talk about the guys because I haven't seen one dude, maybe it's online, explain to us what's the process or what happened or have they been robbed or drugged. I have heard people say, man, I woke up, I got drugged, but walk us through the process though. How did that happen? What I'm trying to tell people is they do have that underbelly of South America, shit, France, Europe, anything in Europe. Shit, I can take you to Barcelona. You're gonna get you. They're gonna get you. Everybody's doing the same thing. We already know it's happening in the U.S., so it ain't no difference than it's happening over in South America. The only thing in South America that's different you may not come back home.
That's scary too.
They might find you in a ditch, or they might not find you at all because their rules are different. Now we start getting into gang warfare. We start getting into a lot of bad organized, organ harvesting. So we look, man, this content can go so many different ways, man. But the biggest thing is, if you guys gonna travel, do your homework. Don't travel without no plan, and don't take all your money with you. Don't have all your money in your pocket. If you're gonna travel, try to get as close to the destination as possible. If I'm going to Dominican Republic, you know for a fact they got certain sides of the island that's 2 hours away. But where they drop you off at, you got to make it to the other side. And to make it to the other side, you got to catch a bus.
I've been in the country up there in them country, in them hills and stuff.
You got to go in the hills, and now you on a bus looking stupid.
And then on top of that, and them, and on top of that, in those countries, like in the rural area of DR, a lot of times you can't get cell phone reception too. Sometimes.
And just like that in the Philippines too, man. Everybody, like my time, I think I went to the Philippines maybe twice, 2 or 3 times. And man, the Philippines is rough, man, because the Philippines you're gonna see black people in the Philippines. They mix, man. And when you're in the Philippines, especially like I'm in Manila, most people gonna go to the hottest spot. They're gonna go to Manila. You might go some people to Subic, and they got some other parts, but I don't know them. I just go to the biggest cities that's in the country. But Manila is a real big city, and it's rich and it's poor. It's on the sea, it's on the water, nice beaches and all that stuff you're gonna see. But you gotta understand something. A lot of those people in these countries, man, they play by a different set of rules. Their rules are different, man. And I seen some stuff, man, like, man, people out there, like, the food that they eat may not be right for your palate. They eating animals that you ain't used to eating. Exotic foods, man. And man, I'm talking about it because if you're gonna travel, man, stop doing the same thing. You're gonna have to travel, get away from, because I know you asked me about what's the percentage of finding somebody decent. I think your percentages is based off of what part of the city you're going to. You know, I'm not gonna go try to buy a drink at no club where I know it costs $50 to get in. I'm gonna go to a bar where it's free to get in because I know the drink's gonna be cheaper. So I'm not gonna go to a country where I know it's a hot spot. And who really wants to marry somebody or get in a relationship with someone that's in the hottest areas? And it happens. You got a percentage of people, I don't know, how high it is, but not all the females there are like that. That's another thing.
Just
don't give them a bad name, passport,
like
bro.
In a haystack. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be kind of hard to decipher from trash. And I mean, what's it like that?
What treasure?
Well,
it ain't trash because you got. Nah, I don't say trash. I just say you're looking for a jewel.
Yeah.
A diamond in the rough. They got. Look, man. I don't care what part of the world you in. I don't care what race they are. It doesn't matter. You find what you like. Whatever you like, you find it. But don't manipulate people and pretend because that person's gonna all they're gonna do is tighten their game up, and it might be a genuine person might come through trying to get with them, and they already so messed up. Now they gotta tighten their game up and they gotta play you. And then when you get played, you like, I'm done with it, man. These girls ain't loyal. They ain't hitting on nothing. And we talking about foreign women. Right now, foreign women, they got a good vibe right now with people outside their country. A lot of people speak highly of foreign women when it comes to being traditional, being submissive. This is what I hear. I don't know.
My thing about that is that if I'm gonna find a wife, I know me personally. I mean, I have dated a lot of Latino women, like Colombia. I dated a Colombiana. I dated a Dominican. I dated 2 Dominican women. But I guess the point that I'm trying to make, if I want something serious, if I'm trying to find a good wife, I think my best bet, me personally, this is just my take on it. I think my best bet would get somebody from maybe Spain, so somewhere in Europe, like Germany, maybe possible. That's what I think. That's just my opinion on it.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. That's forward thinking. Yeah, but you gotta always make sure you know what you're doing and know the culture, because I know a lot of cats that marry foreign women and they didn't know how foreign women work. And when they married these foreign women took them for everything they had.
Even if you married in another country.
Yeah, because the thing about it is, you're gonna have to pick sides. Are you gonna move over there? Are you gonna move her over here? Or are you gonna leave her over there and stay over here? And, all right.
It could come down to it.
And sometimes moving over there is not always an easy option, depending on what the visa, requirements are.
But Trump had I won't try to cut you off on that, but Trump passed something. He passed some type of law. If you marry a foreign woman, you bring her back over here, and if it don't work out, she can't take half your shit. She can't take nothing. She's not obligated to nothing. Pretty much, she can go back to her country. That just what I have seen on YouTube, and I don't know if I find that video, I send it to you.
Well, that's the thing. That might be a catch-22. If you marry somebody in another country, I don't even know if that marriage is even seen as recognized over here without you having to do it.
I guess what I'm saying, you meet somebody you bring over here and you marry her here. Trump had passed some law where if it don't work out, she can
Yeah.
go back.
I don't know about that one, but I do know some of the stories that I have. Man, matter of fact, I always see it every time, because I see a guy with a foreign wife, and a foreign wife, they got a deadline. And I don't know if it's 6, 7, 8 years, but so many years they stay married, then they can stay in this country. Their citizenship becomes, I don't know if it become permanent or not.
Yeah,
but
yeah, it's a amount of years. I forgot
Is it,
what it
and
was.
some women are actually marrying guys up to that deadline.
Yeah, and I don't know, like they were saying, Trump had changed a lot of rules on that. Though.
Yeah, and it probably have.
I don't know what's.
And we talking about the ones that's already here, but if you're gonna marry somebody from another country, definitely do your homework on the culture. Um, don't think you're gonna marry a person from the Philippines and she's just gonna be some pushover, because Filipino women, they know how to play dirty. And
Yeah,
when
I heard
they
stories
take
on
you,
that.
you gonna pay.
She gonna be quiet for a while.
Exactly.
She gonna, like, pretty much she gonna
Have kids with you and everything.
what's the,
You done basically.
add up the she gonna run a bill up on you at the end.
And that's something that a lot of guys
Don't see.
they don't see that. They see the softer side of these ladies. You know, you're
They
talking
ain't
about
stupid,
a
bro. I promise
Latin
you.
American woman, you know,
Talk to them.
they can be definitely territorial
Yeah,
and how business is ran.
know
You
that.
know, you
I
ain't
know
just
that.
gonna leave that relationship because you think you're gonna leave and walk away. Nah, it's gonna be some issues, and
Price you gotta pay.
there's a price you gotta pay. And it's all, as far as like people from Germany and all these other countries, I'm sure every culture got their own way.
Yeah.
But if you don't know how to navigate around them and learn, at least if you're gonna deal with somebody from another country, try to learn their language.
That's
That kind of like helps break the barrier. Learn and try to learn their language.
Her more too.
Exactly. Learn their language. If you ain't willing to do that, it's really not an investment.
Yeah.
You just really doing it for a trophy. She basically just a trophy wife.
Yeah.
And you ain't trying to do that, because everything gonna start to crack eventually.
Of course.
She ain't gonna look like that forever. And she gonna age. Travelers, men travelers. You know, you got the passport dude that's traveling who's really looking for a traditional woman. You got that guy, he's actually going to these countries, like he may go to Thailand or Philippines or Vietnam, because he knows that the traditional culture is that the women are
Submissive.
well, not only submissive, because being submissive ain't bad, but these women are more traditional. Like the women takes care of the kids, they do all of the medial tours around, the chores around the house, and the man provides for them. And then you got that traveler who's looking for a woman that's status symbol, but he ain't traveling to no place like South America or Vietnam. He's hitting up places like Europe. You know, he's in Spain looking for this type of female that he could bring back home to his family, or somebody that's like Scandinavia. I'm trying to tell you, but and that's a different type of traveler. That's mainly like your Asian traveler. You know, your Asian traveler, they all about status, man. You know, they're looking for people with an education. Looks is very important. Preferably, they look for European people. You know, they're not checking for dark skin complexion. That's to their in their culture, and I can be wrong, but from what I've seen, that's not what they really going for. And then you got that last traveler who's about that fun factor, who, yes, who in the states he really wasn't doing anything. He suffered from that condition you talked about,
Loneliness,
the loneliness. Yeah,
but you know, when I like I said, when I asked Chat GPT about it last night, I thought it was I didn't think it was a real thing. I kept hearing it on YouTube, but when I talked to Chat GPT, he said yes, it's really a thing. A lot of men going through it here.
yeah. So, and that last traveler that we talking about, that guy, he on a mission. You know, that guy probably got a couple $1,000 because he ain't spending money in back at home. He don't have the wardrobe to get out there and socialize in these high-end places. So what he do, he stay in the house, run up on his computer, playing his games, and he ain't the most desirable type guy. And it doesn't matter what it don't matter what race he is, because race is not involved. This is a type of traveler that I've seen, and when they get into these countries, man, these boys are like social butterflies. They open up more, and most of them they don't have a good love life. So when they get someone showing them a little love, they've been looking at that computer all day, scrolling through their phone, YouTube, watching all this.
They call them the red pill channel.
Okay, they watching
You ever
that.
heard that before?
Yeah. Man, look, I'm old school, but I'm kind of up on all that. But that last traveler, man, that last traveler he can be dangerous because see what he doing. His objective is to push something in, push somebody's back and blow their back out, and and he gonna go through, and it's dangerous too because that guy have not had that much experience. Look, and I'm only speaking from what I've seen, and I'm sure it's still going on. Most of these guys that's going overseas ain't packing protection. Now, see, people don't think about that. And man, I seen some of these boys come back, man, 3, 4 days, that junk kick in, and now they itching, now they burning and all this, and they still will go back. Hey, passport bros, passport men, passport whatever you is, strap up. Because I've seen a dude who took it to another country.
Oh damn! What do you have?
I don't know what he. I don't know what he had. I know he had something because he had to go see the doctor, and he took that to another country, bro. And I'm like, come on, man. So now I'm thinking about if that's one person doing that, I'm multiplying that by a million.
Yeah.
A million. A million. It sounds like a big number, but that ain't nothing when you got I don't know
coming in and out.
millions of people on this planet and going in and out this country. That ain't nothing, man. And I'm like, oh shoot. I really ain't talking about nothing I did because guess what? We know we roll tight. And see, when we roll tight like we did, you know, we still on, yo. Yeah. We did our thing, yo. Yeah, we did our thing, man. And you know, I'm only telling this is the people because the OGs know what's really going on. The real ones know what's going on. You know, we ain't out there making a fool of ourselves. You know, when I see a passport bro get arrested for trying to sleep with younger, you know, females, that lets me know that dude, there's two things when that happens. Is either he was sick-minded individual or he was running out of money.
He the guy you talking about, I already know you're talking about.
Yeah,
talking about Floyd. Yeah, Floyd. He that guy right there, I ain't gonna talk too much on it, but I'm just gonna say he been having issues way before I went down. I could tell he wasn't right. First time I seen him on on the Austin Holloman videos, and y'all know who I'm talking about.
Dude look real creepy.
Yeah, he been like that. But the problem is they try to put all the passport bros in with him, and he a totally different creature. So I don't know why they put him in there. He label him as a passport bro, but that's not the case. But but he's something totally different.
So, and that's that last person I'm telling you guys about, because the rest of the guys you've seen online, you know, you call them passport bros, but these are just international travelers. These guys are traveling around the world, and they showcasing their lifestyle, you know, and that's a good thing, because a lot of people want to know, how is it over here, or how the females, how they interact. And a lot of people starting to do a lot of stuff with the dudes too, because you can't go over there and talk to females and not be cool with none of the guys.
Yeah.
And if you're not with a bunch of dudes, that's kind of telling me something, man. And you're going on these places and it's fake. Because if I go to any country, 9 times out of 10, I'm connecting with some of the dudes. I don't care if it's the taxi driver, a dude in the club, showing them love, man, and we chatting it up, because they want to know, hey, man, how is it in the U.S.? You can't be in these countries and you only talking to women, and you shouldn't be doing that. You gotta have some other people just in case. You gotta have ears in the streets.
Yeah.
You got to.
You got to.
And that's if somebody that's, a lot of people don't know this, how long you gonna stay on your visa? Or you stand there on 90-day visa, 30-day, or how long you gonna be there? Because most people, they don't know this. You can't just go to a country and stay as long as you want.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. Well, this is for people who doesn't know how that works, because they say, "Oh man, I see YouTube. How long that guy, he live over there?" Nah, he don't live over there. He just there on a specific time frame.
Yeah, different countries have different visa, guys. A different time. So different countries got different time frame and visa and stuff. Different visa from so wherever country that you're trying to go to, just study the country, know the culture, and see what's the visa. What's it called? The visa.
There's an immigration you get with just get your immigration requirements straight.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. I don't recommend anybody trying to go to South America, Colombia, Dominican Republic, Bogota, Peru, or any of these countries, and trying to stay there longer than a week.
Right now.
Yeah, you're trying to stay longer than a week, you're gonna end up like some of these guys. Think about it. If I'm in a country for more than a week, how am I making money?
Yeah.
Am I working from home? Am I an online creator? And guess what? That's gonna dry up. You run out of content. Now you making up stories. Now you faking. Now you paying these females or manipulating these females to get in your videos, so I can just click that video just to make sure, oh man, he's doing it big. Nah, that ain't how it works. I just told you guys, I'm in Paris. To get there was about 10 grand. I need another $5,000 to $10,000 just to live for a week. And I'm talking about taking tours, shopping, eating dinner, lunch, paying this, paying that. And that's a small price.
So let's talk about so tell me some things that you experienced in Paris, and what you know, like, do you have any complications going on, or do you like, you know, like the shopping spree, or, you know, like, just give me your overall about Paris, and we'll start there.
So I'm gonna tell you about this. Anybody know about France? All your biggest designers, when you look at your big designers, where they coming from? They coming from Italy, they coming from France, they coming from the UK. You know, the biggest ones, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Prada, all that stuff is based out of these countries that's not in America. So when I'm in a mall, like, matter of fact, I was just in a mall in London. I was in London. So I did London and Paris. And I'm in London and I'm looking around, everything in London designer. Man, I don't see no stuff like we got here, like little cheap stores, everything designer. And I'm like, damn. And then, like I said, one of our dollars is worth 75 cents to them. So you already know you're losing money off the rip. You're losing money. So everything over there designer. So we know ain't no flexing going on. Ain't no flexing. And if you're trying to, you know, I'm in a club or I'm in a restaurant and I see somebody, hey, how you doing, whatever, you know for a fact you're gonna be mindful of how much you're spending. You ain't over there doing big things. Well, I'm in Colombia been pulled out $1,000 out the ATM, that might last me for a couple days. Well, for Passport Bro that's kind of weak-minded, he gonna blow that in a night. He gonna blow that in a night. But when you start going to other places, you're gonna start seeing different scenery. Like I said, the shopping is major. You know, if you're not into that designer stuff, then you ain't gonna like that trip. You ain't gonna like London. But London still got other good things. You going to Paris, you ain't gonna like Paris because you're gonna be like, it costs too much. You're gonna get away from that. Your whole objective, if you're doing it wrong, you're trying to be labeled as a passport bro, then you looking for a piece of ass.
Yeah.
And that ain't cheap no more. I don't care what y'all say. $300 is still a lot of money
That's a lot.
for 20 minutes.
Nah.
I mean, hey man, nah, and I will tell you this though. Hey man, look, I'm in Mexico this many years ago. Them boys been selling Spanish fly for years.
Yeah.
Now they don't call it Spanish fly no more. Now they got this Viagra. Now when you go to South America and all these other countries, man, this stuff is sold on the street, guys. I'm telling y'all right now, it's fake though, but it ain't the real deal. But it got some little bit of medication in it, and I'm telling you, man, them guys get off their blue pills and they get full of that liquor because they trying to get their money's worth.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we already know how this works. Nobody want to finish first.
Yeah.
That money, that 300 gone.
That's
You lost that 300. Now, and it's so dirty because I seen a video where a dude, Passport Bro, played himself really bad. He went out there and he didn't have any more money to pay.
Yeah.
And the female was like, pay me, pay me, pay me. Now they know how to say that real good
In English, right?
in English. And they wound up calling the cops, and the cops don't want no smoke. They kicked her out.
I mean, I wasn't trying to cut you off. So, wait a minute. So she called the cops, and
Well, he called the cops.
how you call the cops on a prostitute?
Well, that's the thing because it ain't considered it ain't prostitution. When these guys picking these ladies up off in the club or whatever, it ain't gonna never be a mutual agreement where I like you, you like me. Let's go back to the room and do something. That ain't gonna never be the story. That ain't never gonna be the case. What's the point in meeting somebody in one night and you doing something with them and your mind is perfect?
Yeah.
But for them, what's the point? I don't know you.
Yeah.
I got bills to pay. 500, 300, 100. Well, guess what? If that first one was your test, you ain't getting around two. Nah, ain't gonna be no second time. Now you gotta pay for that. Well, there's anyway, this one dude, he was online, the female was yelling at him about paying. He said he ain't had the money to pay her, which he probably did, but he wasn't gonna pay her to go another round.
Yeah.
We talked about that too, buying a whole day and all that.
Yeah.
But look, guys, when you spend that kind of money, who wants to be spending money pay to play your whole trip? Come on, man. The whole trip is pay to play. Then you shouldn't put that on camera.
Yeah.
That should be a private, intimate moment. That should be, look, I ain't got time for the talk. Here we go. That's it. This don't need to be on camera. But if I'm showing, which most of the passport guys are showing, if I'm showing I got 7 different ladies around me and they all top-notch females, and you got people thinking that I'm going over there with no haircut, missing teeth, shirt collar all the way down to my chest, all stretched out. You telling me I can come over there and get all of that for nothing? Come on, man. Stop lying to these people. Show us the receipts, man. Let us know how much you paid. And don't tell me it came with creating content, because these females got their own content and it ain't in English. And most of their followers are not from their country. Majority of them, because the guys over there don't even entertain them.
You right.
The guys don't entertain them over there.
Nah, they don't, because they know who's a pro and who's not a pro. So they know what goes on. They probably look at us. I mean, I don't want to get into it, but they kind of look at us like, man, like these boys is that desperate over here.
Well, and that's the thing, because now think about it. If you ever been anywhere and you seen a dude that just by checking him out with a female that's above his pay grade, First thing I'm gonna say, man, dude,
You paying?
yeah. Imagine you go in somebody else's country and you with the ones who they wouldn't even mess with, and they looking at you like, come on, bro. They
Come on.
laughing at you. They actually laughing at you, and you don't even know it. And it does look good to have 3, 4 women. You down? I'm on a beach, riding an ATV. I'm getting a back rub. One of them doing rubbing your feet.
Yeah.
One of them massaging your hand. That looks good. But to the locals, they're looking at it like, man, you a fool. And
You paying?
none of this stuff is free, and that's what we're trying to get at. But I'm really, before the video end, I really want to promote, hey guys, get out there and travel, get out your comfort zone, look at videos, do tours. Don't go out there looking for it. That's when you get in trouble. You don't want to be that guy who link up with a female that's underage.
Yeah.
Or you
Big no.
big no. You don't want to link up with a fake female, because if you go into certain countries, Transformers basically, they'll ruin your life, man. They'll ruin your life, make you want to just throw your whole life in a can and come back. And you don't want to, when you're going overseas, man. I told somebody, get you an itinerary. If you ain't got no itinerary, you know, if you checked in with the dude that was on a plane seat next to you, like, hey man, where you going? And you asking him what's some good spots to hit, you already wrong. You too late. Cause that man don't know what's going on. Now they gonna have some dudes that have been doing this for years. They travel, and they might help you out. They might say, "Hey man, where you going?"
They have like a kind of like traveling groups, like online. You can go online and group travels and stuff. And you can get in those group chats and stuff, and you can see who's going where, and you guys can meet up. So whatever country you're going to, they do have that now. If you guys want to do that.
And that's what we're talking about. You know, I put this in the last video, guys, when we talked about going to South America. It's good to go in at least 2 people. Take 2 with you, because you don't want to be that guy, you know, out there get caught with your pants down. You know, luckily, yeah. Well, if you're going by yourself, know where you're going. You know, I was in Paris and I did see one brother, you know, solo traveler, man, and when he saw me and I saw him, it was like, whoa, what's good? Like, it's like, man, I ain't seen nobody. He was already there for a whole week, and he saw me and I saw him. I was like, man, what's up? And I think he was from Chicago, and he was just telling me that, man, I've been in Paris for a week, telling me what some of the spots they hit, which was all good. And man, that's a good feeling, seeing somebody else, you know, from your country. Yeah, from your country in another country, because man, it's very lonely when you don't speak the language.
So tell me something about Paris that you didn't like and stuff. Tell me like the pros and cons of Paris. Like if they like, I want to say kind of something like, have you experienced racism or, you know, just anything?
Well, so Paris is a multicultural city. You know, it's a lot of different ethnicities in Paris, so you really don't have to really worry about feeling, you know, singled out or anything like that. As soon as I hit, and I've been going to Paris, shit, I done went to Paris I think 3 times already. And my first experience when I was in Paris, it's a lot of Africans, because it's right close to the continent. So like, it's not that far off. So a lot of people, African people there. So don't really worry about that. Now I would tell you this: as an American, man, we look different. Our mannerisms different. They know we not from France. They know we not from Africa. It just
the accent, right?
not even the accent. The accent. They can just look at your attire. They can look at how we dress. You know, they don't. Every time I hit the streets, people would stare. You know, because of the clothes that we wear, and they ain't no flashy clothes, but we dress different. And you know, you're gonna start. First of all, there's a language barrier. But a good thing, you got your cell phone, translate, you can do all that. Yeah. So my phone can translate, you know, everybody's phone should have a translator, Google Translate.
They don't.
Mo- most of them, most people over there not really speaking English, because that's not their primary, that's just not a primary language that they need to learn, but they do speak a little English and they speak multiple languages. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
They speak in Italian, they speak French, they speak other languages versus us. We only speak one language. But some of the cons that I noticed though is definitely with the euro. And I want to tell you guys that because if you're over there, check your bank account. Your bank letting you swipe, swipe, swipe. And when you get back to the house or some of them show you on the spot, you're going to have international transaction fees running $3-4 a swipe. And all that keep adding up because they don't really take cash over there. So I went over there, I had about maybe $1,000 worth of foreign money. Yeah. And man, it was so hard to get rid of it, bro. Like, luckily I'm a gambler too, so I definitely hit up some casinos, but they don't take, it's like cashless society. Everything is, so now you in a cashless society, you got a weak bank. Your bank don't accept international charges. You want to get a bank like Wells Fargo. You want to get a credit card like Chase, American Express, Platinum card. You need the big boys because when you're using that card, you don't want no fees. I'm using cards where I have no international transaction fees on my card, which makes a big difference. Okay. Also, the food. Look, man, I'm dead out on this, man. The food ain't good. The food, I don't care what nobody say.
Charge $30 a plate?
Nah, man, I ate at the Eiffel Tower. I think I spent about $400-500 on the food. That's for 2 people. And when I tell you, these guys don't use no salt. They don't put salt in their food. They don't season their food. Now that's just the French way. And the French is big on raw food. They're big on raw meat. They do this escargot, the raw snails. They're big on pate. That's just the French way.
What did you have?
Well, I ate what they ate. I had the raw meat. And I've eaten pate before. Now this is an acquired taste, guys. Nah, it's like this marinated beef. This ain't for everybody. You gotta have a palate for what I'm talking about. It takes a special type of person to try different kind of foods. But it's ground beef that's seasoned, but it's raw, man. It ain't for everybody. It's just like eating sushi. But anyway, the food wasn't that great, man. But I did manage to find, which is one of my things. Look for a Jamaican restaurant wherever you go. I tell you one thing, the Jamaicans are big in London. Yeah. And I'm in the hoods of London. That's another thing.
Tell me about, I'm trying to cut you off.
Nah, go ahead.
Yeah, just like I said, I want to know about Paris, out of the goods and bad, and then we go into London because I want to know about London. Now, London is what I really want to know about.
Yeah.
A lot of us around it, right?
Man, yeah. So
that's what I'm saying.
So London, man, look, I tell you guys something, man. London is like a miniature New York City. Man, it's huge, man. They got everything. They got the big skyline, the big lights. They got the big walkway, just like you down in Manhattan. But they also got a side of London that they don't want you to know about, and it's called Brixton.
Brixton, yeah, I know, that's the hood.
And well, you can say it's the hood, but it's the south of London. Okay. And I think I was on my like 3rd day in the UK in London, and I looked it up online, and they was like, "Don't go to Brixton." Damn, man, don't go to Brixton. They show some bad stuff. Yeah. Looking all gloomy, run down buildings. So I'm like, okay, I'm in London already 3 days. I'm done with London. Touristy stuff, I'm done with it. I enjoyed it. I had a great time. I need to get some real food. I need to get to the culture. Okay. So I had my driver say, look, man, set us up, man. We need to get to Brixton. And he was like, okay, you sure you want to do that? I'm like, yeah, man. I said, just get us there before sunset. Okay. You don't want to be in nobody's city after the sunset. That's just, I don't care where you at. I don't care if I'm in Spain, Texas. Man, you ain't got no business in nobody's city at dark if you know this is not a touristy area. If this is off the beaten path, then you kind of like better know what you're doing. So we hit up Brixton probably about 1 in the afternoon. And man, when I tell you, when we got there, straight up multicultural. Yeah. If you're looking for that vibe of, you're looking for more black people, that's London. Man, they got a big Jamaican community, big island community, man. The food, the music. man, I felt like I was in Harlem. Be honest with you, it felt like I was in Harlem, and I'm like, man,
Music licensing.
man, I did a
reimagined.
video on that. So y'all follow me on Instagram, Mr. L'Oreal. Yeah, and you can see the food, man. The food, A1, bro.
Okay.
When I tell you them boys out there, when they found out I'm coming from Dallas, they knew I wasn't from London. They knew it.
Accent, yeah.
They was like, man, where you from? Yeah. And it's funny because they think that everybody in the United States talk like, howdy, folks. That's what the guy told. I was like, look here, man, we don't talk like, yeah. He was like, that's what y'all sound like. Nah, that's not real, man. That's not everybody. And look, man, we down up, I'm telling you guys, I'm in Brixton at a nice, one of the oldest Jamaican restaurants in Brixton. I got that information from a dude on the street. I told you, man, when I'm out there in these cities,
Music
I'm
licensing.
I had to let them
reimagined.
because they looking at me. Man, that dude don't look right. He out of place.
Yeah, he ain't from around here.
He ain't from around here.
From around the way.
Yeah.
Way out here.
So I'm not about to be in your city. And I checked in with this dude. I saw him. I was like, hey man, what's up with you? He was a Jamaican dude, and I was like, hey man, I'm looking for a good Jamaican restaurant. He said, I'll tell you what, go 3 lights down, bust a left and a right. Now right there, I could have been scared.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that can be a bad place.
Artlist.io.
How many people come through? So anyway, pull out my phone, bam. I mean, he was absolutely right, man. I tell you guys, the place is called Black and White Cafe in Brixton. And man, the food was served to me on a real plate with real silverware, no plastic stuff.
Yeah.
And the dude literally made my
Music
plate, man. And
licensing. Reimagined.
man, I felt bad because the dude only charged me for 2 plates. Me and my wife plate 30 pounds. That's like about 45 American dollars. I gave him $100. He said, I'm not taking it. I'm like, dang, take that $100. Take that $100 because see, in the UK, they don't do tips.
No, I didn't know that.
No tips. You don't tip nobody.
Okay.
You don't tip Uber. You don't tip bartenders. You don't tip nothing.
Artlist.io.
It's a good thing, right?
Well, it could be a good thing, but they got a service charge already included. Service charge like 20%. So you're going like me. I was in this one spot called Dirty Bones. If you in the hold on, was that you? Yeah, that was London. Dirty Bones. If you want to try that, the waiters don't come back to the table because they're getting 20%.
Okay.
So I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like that. But anyway, no tips. But to go back to the Jamaican spot, look, guys, Brixton is big on multicultural, guys. I'm trying to tell you, them guys don't play. If you really want to see what the UK is about, hit up Brixton. The nightlife, man, the nightlife off the chain.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the nightlife and kind of elaborate on that a little bit because I want to know about the nightlife in London. In London, Brixton.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to Manchester?
Well, the thing about, see, you hear all these big names on television like Manchester and what else they got? Buckingham, where they got the palace at.
Yeah.
All that stuff is spread out.
Oh, okay.
And that's another thing. You got to take a train system. So we took the train to some of these places, but I didn't do Manchester. I don't even think that was in my vocabulary to even think about. I don't even know Manchester.
You're stuck on Bristol right now.
Well, like I said, we hit up. I'm in London, man. So London got everything you need. But when you get tired of London, because London's like New York City, I hit up Brixton, and Brixton, like I said, it got that grimy feel.
Gotcha.
You know, they smoking herb. I mean, they Rastas, man. They Jamaicans, man. They coming from different parts of the islands, man. And you know, a lot of people don't know this, but the Brits and Jamaica got a big connection. Big connection.
I think it got something to do with the Bob Marley situation when he came over there. Remember, he did concerts in London a lot, though. I don't know. I'm just curious.
I think it got something to do with their parliament. You know, the British Parliament basically, the UK funded Jamaica for me, like they colonized them basically. You know, so you see a lot of people that have that accent. But man, I'm telling you guys, that accent is, I enjoy that accent. That English that they speak is but it's real authentic English, man. It's not like we speak broken English. They actually laugh at us, and they don't like United States money. If you pull out $1, they laugh at it because it's weak. It's too weak for them. Yeah. So and everybody over there balling, man. All I saw over there was high-end vehicles, man, and you know, it's a big Muslim population over there too, and that was most of the drivers. And I had a personal driver for 10 days over there. You know, 300-400 a day. Now I know that, yeah, I know, man, but you got to think everything is so spread out in the UK, man. You know, something's like 30 minutes away, 50 minutes away, and the train system is pretty good.